right, and I'm live. Welcome everybody to another installment of BrickWall Reviews. I'm Dave, and it's just me here tonight. And I'm here to talk about the latest episode. The latest episode. Matter of fact, the season 2 premiere of the Star Wars and Disney Plus original series, The Mandalorian. Season 2 dropped today, earlier today. I know some of y'all stayed up till 3 a.m. to watch it. I did not. I just watched it, so I'm fresh off of this watch. Hold on, I'm trying to angle and adjust myself real quick. All right, cool. I'm looking good. I'm looking fine. How y'all doing tonight? Before I start, I want to remind you guys to subscribe to our channel. Thank you, everyone who viewed and tuned in to all of our BrickWall horror videos. We just wrapped that up yesterday. No, not yesterday, Tuesday. We wrapped that up on Tuesday with our review of The Witches, the new HBO Max original film. So if you haven't checked that out yet, go ahead and check that out. We also have a playlist of all of this year's BrickWall horror videos. I hope you guys are able to tune into that and check it out and leave your feedback and comments and likes on those, and definitely share those with your friends and family and loved ones. As you can see, if you guys follow me on Twitter or are a part of the Facebook group, you see I busted out the shirt. That's right, pop the tags, fresh. Nice and fresh smell. I'm ready to get into The Mandalorian season 2 for tonight. Like I said, I'm just fresh off the watch, and I gotta say, I was loving it. I loved every single second of this episode here. It was great. It was a great return to The Mandalorian. One of my concerns going into this season, especially watching the trailer, was like, oh man, I really hope they don't start dumping Star Wars lore on us everywhere. Like, oh, you remember this from Star Wars? You remember that from Star Wars? As opposed to sticking to a really tight-knit story that I really liked about season 1. It was so different. It was such a different corner of the Star Wars universe that, you don't really see outside of Skywalker. And I'm so sick of Skywalker right now. So I'm so glad that we have something like The Mandalorian to show us a different corner of the Star Wars universe. And this first episode did not disappoint. I thought they were going to go all in with Baby Yoda, so cute. Let's throw him on there. Let's put him more and more scenes and more stuff on there. But they didn't do that. They really stuck to the strengths of The Mandalorian that have been, just been the strengths of the show since season 1, since the first episode of season 1. These have been the strengths of The Mandalorian. Really just sticking to just being a really tight-knit story. So I'm going to go ahead and get into a few of the things that I liked about this episode. Matter of fact, there's a lot of things that I liked. Matter of fact, I liked the whole episode. I said I like the entire episode. It opens with a fight scene. Well, not really opens with a fight scene, but it wastes no time getting to the action in this one. You have the Mandalorian. He goes into this like fight club of sorts, like this underground fight club, which is so crazy to see in the Star Wars universe. Like, yeah, no, there's underground fight clubs where people are gambling and betting on fights, just like we would do in our normal world and society. We have people, gangsters, mobsters, or something like. Well, according to the films, we got gangsters and mobsters that bet on fights, underground fights and things like that, and sometimes throw the fights in their favor. And you see that in this here show. And what's going on is that our main character, the Mandalorian, he's trying to get some information about where to find another Mandalorian to help him drop off the child, aka Baby Yoda, to where he needs to be. And I love the action sequence that came here in the beginning. It didn't just show that Mando is still a badass, but it showed that Mando is going to be a continuous badass. He always got some tricks to pull out. I thought it was really funny when they had little Baby Yoda in there, and he's seeing the Mandalorian get ready to fight, and he's like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna go in my little capsule real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and hide, because I know shit about to get real." And man, I loved it, man. That opening scene there, amazing, incredible, and it automatically put me right in the mood and the zone that I think that you need to be in to watch and enjoy The Mandalorian. Just being in that zone and that mood where it's like, yo, this is intriguing. Like, I felt like I was watching the show for the first time again. Like, I felt like this was my episode 1 of the entire series again. It was so great. And so this plot, it centers around the Mandalorian. He's going to, again, like I said, he's going to find more Mandalorians, and he gets a tip from the guy that was running the underground fight club thingamajig, and he gets a hint that there's another Mandalorian that is on Tatooine. Tatooine. We all know that planet. We know that name. Come on now. We know it. Tatooine, the famous Star Wars planet, Tatooine. And this is honestly where I kind of got a little concerned because I know that this season they're supposed to be bringing in Ahsoka Tano from the Clone Wars animated series. And I got concerned because I was like, oh man, they're going to go to Tatooine. They're about to dump all this, secret references. Oh, I know a gold man that walks around here and used to be around here. Or, I don't know. I don't know what, because I know this does kind of take place after, well, not kind of, it definitely takes place after the original trilogy. So episodes 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5, and 6? 4, 5, and 6. It takes place after those, after the Empire is taken down. And I thought it was a really cool reference that you dropped in here is that they actually, on Tatooine, I forget the exact village in Tatooine that it's on. I forgot the name of it. I was really trying to catch it and retain it, but every time I just couldn't retain it. So my apologies, Star Wars fans. But it was in that village, there were people that came and took over after the second Death Star was destroyed. And it shows how the ramifications of the things that happened after the big Skywalker battle, which I think is amazing. I think is really cool. Just seeing that, okay, the galaxy was affected in different ways. Once this second Death Star went down, then, moments after, maybe crime rises again because it's like, oh, the Empire's down. Let's go fuck some shit up. Let's go mess some things up real quick. So I really enjoyed that aspect of it. The town, it kind of falls under siege. I hope I'm using that word right. It falls under siege of some bad guys, for lack of a better term. Falls under siege of some bad guys, and they pretty much come in, take over the town, mess some things up. And so the sheriff of that town, played magnificently by someone who's going to be one of my favorite actors, played magnificently by Timothy Olyphant. If I'm pronouncing that last name wrong, forgive me, but Timothy Olyphant, he is becoming one of my favorite actors right now. I first got onto him in a completely different show, but staying on course, he played the sheriff magnificently to the point where he was first introduced. I was like, oh, he might actually be a bad guy. He might be playing around. But when he was introduced into the episode, he was wearing one of the most famous armors in Star Wars history, the armor of Boba Fett, the original Mandalorian that was shown in the Star Wars original trilogy. And at first I saw, I was like, oh crap, they're going with the whole story that Boba Fett's still alive? That's crazy. I didn't think we were going to get that. Because I thought it was pretty much confirmed that he definitely died. No, they weren't going that route, but he got Boba Fett's armor off of some Jawas. Jawas? Got it in my notes. He got it off of some, he bought it from some Jawas. After the town was taken over and he pretty much escaped and he was trying to figure out what to do for his town, he was picked up by some Jawas who were trying to get he had some rare jewels on him that he was able to get away with. So he had some rare jewels on him. The Jawa was like, we can sell you this, we can sell you this, we can sell you this, just give us those jewels. And so he goes, well, I like that Mandalorian armor over there, let me get that. They give him that armor, he goes back and he protects and saves his town under the guise of being an actual Mandalorian. So how does Mando find out that this guy is not really Mandalorian? Well, he does the one thing Mandalorians are always trained not to do. If y'all couldn't tell, that was me taking off a mask. They take off their helmets, and they're not supposed to do that. Mandalorians aren't supposed to take off their helmets and reveal their faces to other people. That's not the way. This is the way. That's not the way. That is not the way. So he takes off the helmet. And that's when Mando's like, wait, you're not Mandalorian. So they get into this whole standoff, like, yo, you can give me the armor or I can kick your ass for the armor. So in the middle of them getting ready to have this mean showdown, all of a sudden there's this rumbling going on outside. What's the rumbling? What's going on out there? Big old, I called it a sandworm at first, but then come to find out it was called a dragon, specifically a crate dragon. again, I'm not like the biggest Star Wars lore guy, so like I don't know if these things ever showed up in different types of media or different types of expansive canon or anything like that. This is my first time seeing this, and boy, oh boy, that thing was vicious. I mean, it popped up and first it ate like a little yak, and I didn't think it was going to be a pivotal part of the plot, really, but it turned out that this crate dragon has been destroying the town of the people. It's pretty much causing a big problem. So they go off to find a solution. The deal that's made is, hey Mando, if you help me take care of this problem here, I'll give you the Mandalorian armor, and we're all good. So they go and they solicit the help of the Sand People, which I did not know they were called Sand People. Again, not the biggest Star Wars lore guy. I don't know every name in the book, but they go solicit the help of the Sand People. And I thought that part was kind of funny. Just the way that the Mandalorian is able to communicate with the Sand People with the. I thought that was pretty. I laughed. Like I would want to see a parody of that. I hope if someone does a parody of that, hey, y'all tag me in that on my Twitter feed. For real, for real. Because I want to see any parody of that, him talking and using the little Sand People language. I thought that was hilarious. So after, he pretty much gets the Sand People to agree to help, but you kind of find out that there's like this really big tension between the Sand People and the Village People, because the Sand People were always coming in, ravaging, taking stuff, et cetera, et cetera. And the people just don't like the Sand People. I know the Sand People were really kind of antagonized on Tatooine in the original trilogy. Matter of fact, in episode 4, they were kind of seen as like, they were kind of antagonistic. They were antagonistic. But nothing, you didn't really, I don't recall ever really seeing the Sand People delved into the way they were delved into in this episode here. This episode here alone gave me a lot of understanding about who the Sand People actually are, which again I think is one of the strengths of the Mandalorian. It gives you these different pockets of the Star Wars universe, and it gives them to you in such a satisfying way. Like you don't have to actually know too much about Star Wars to feel comfortable watching The Mandalorian, as opposed to going and watching episode 7, 8, 9, maybe some of the Clone Wars, arguably some of the Clone Wars. You have to have some type of knowledge going in there of previous Star Wars events or previous things, or what previous things mean, the meaning behind certain things. But here it's just like, well, yeah, I mean, I can give you a little bit of this, and you'll catch on. You'll catch on. It's really easy to follow. I know one of the strengths of The Mandalorian, even in season 1, was that it's such a simple story. It's such a great side story, and that's what a lot of Star Wars fans, myself included, would love to see more of. Just these side stories, these things that happen away from Skywalker, Palpatine, do it. Like that stuff is old. It's played out now, and honestly, in my opinion, it doesn't need to continue, because every time you continue something with Skywalker, it gets such bad and negative reviews. And I'm going to leave it at that, because I will start to get on a miniature tangent that might piss off some Star Wars fans, but not really, because I thought The Last Jedi was the best of the sequel trilogy. Boom, shoot me, I don't care. So after that, after they kind of strike the deal between the Village People and the Sand People to fight the dragon, that's when this episode turns up for me. Because that whole making a plan I mean, again, this is a simple episode. It's like really simple. Like there's no like expansive lore. There's no, I mean, there are some, there's a recurring character that comes back from season 1. She helped him get the ship and everything like that, and she was obsessed with the baby Yoda. She's always like, yo, let me get him. Just let me get him. Let me keep him. So I mean, there's that, but like there's no like big overarching story that carries itself from season 1 to where you had to watch season 1 to understand this first episode of season 2. No, it's not that. Like season 2 starts off with a very simple episode, and I love that. I love that it started off with such a simple episode, just to kind of get you back into the zone of The Mandalorian, especially since it's dropping weekly. Like these will be dropping weekly from now until, I don't know how many episodes are going to be in the season. I think it was 10, maybe 13 in the first season. I'm guessing there's going to be a same amount in this season, if not maybe one or two more. But I like how it just starts off real simple. Like, hey, welcome back to the world of the Mandalorian. This is our hero, and this is the baby Yoda everyone heard so much about. We got his little cutesy moments here, and this is the world that you're in now. And I like that it does that because I'm not a rewatch person. I'm not a rewatch guy, so I'll kind of rewatch the first two episodes of The Mandalorian season one. I rewatched them, and after that, I was like, I'm not doing any more of this rewatch. I mean, I could have got through it last night and earlier today, and I was like, nah, I'm not a rewatch guy. So being able to jump into this and not feel like crap, I gotta go back and watch something else. Just knowing I can jump right into this episode, it's really comforting, and it really it really gives me a feeling that I didn't get from the last season of the Clone Wars, where I was like, oh man, I probably gotta go back and watch a couple things. This one I was like, okay, I'm fine. I mean, even granted, this is just so far a 2-season show, so it's not really much you can pull from another season. But again, where they could have had really big reveals and really dropped a lot of stuff into this first episode here, they really kind of played it slow. They gave you a kind of hey, sit back and relax and welcome to the world of the Mandalorian. Like I said. So what happens? They go and they fight this dragon, which again is an excellent fight. I thought there were two dragons. I know a few other people thought it was two dragons. But boy, when that thing started spitting that acid, I said, "Oh crap!" That was, oh man. I mean, again, for such a simple plot, for such a simple plot and such a simple episode and such a simple storyline, I was tense. I was on the edge of my seat. I was sitting on my couch like, oh my God, wait a second. The thing is spitting acid, and oh my gosh, like he's gonna go inside the thing. Oh my God, the explosion didn't work. I was going crazy. I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And we're not even at the expansive lore part of we're not at the overarching, whatever the overarching story of this season. Messed up my words. Whatever the overarching story of this season is going to be, we're not even into that yet. We're not into that. We're on the first episode, and I'm already on the edge of my seat, like, yo, over a dragon that's not going to come up anymore because he's dead. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So right now, I'm really hyped for the rest of the season, just based off of this one episode. This one episode, I'm giving it right off the bat. I'm giving this first episode about 5 stars. 5 stars right off the bat. I mean, like I said, welcome back, Mandalorian. This thing, it was a great episode. And but like I say, even though it's not jumping into the lore part of it, there is a mystery at the end of the episode. There's a mysterious figure that shows up. I have absolutely no idea who that is. I don't know if anyone knows who that is. I don't even know who the actor is. But I was like, oh, mysterious figure on Tatooine while the Mandalorian is leaving out there with the child. You know something's going down. Something's about to go down. How quickly they go and resolve who that is, what this mystery going on, I don't know. I mean, again, this drops weekly, so I mean, we have weeks to speculate what's going on. They have weeks to reveal to us what's going on. In terms of Ahsoka Tano showing up, officially confirmed to be played by Rosario Dawson. Excellent casting, by the way. When is she going to show up? I don't know. How's she going to factor in? I don't know. How's the child story going to factor in? I don't know. And right now, I don't care. Because, again, I can't say this enough. The Mandalorian strength is that it plays into this pocket where it can be episodic and it can be, I think it's referred to as a linear story. Again, I watch a lot of TV, but if I got the term wrong, I got the term wrong. But it plays to those strengths. You know, it can be an episodic show, like, okay, something here happens, and it's just a fun episode to watch. It's a fun episode to immerse yourself in. And you can say, okay, now this is where the lore comes in. This is where we get into an overarching story. Overarching story, that's the term I was looking for. This is where we get into an overarching story. So, I mean, like I said, overall, this was a great episode, a great way to return to The Mandalorian, and also a very grim outlook for those of us who had that 1 year Disney Plus free and is like, wait a second, I don't think I'm gonna make it to the end of my free trial watching The Mandalorian. What am I gonna do? I don't know what you're gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what you're gonna do. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do, but I know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what you're gonna do. Are you gonna pay for another year of Disney Plus to keep up with The Mandalorian? Because I don't know if our free or if our 1 year subscriptions are gonna last the whole season, guys. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think we get to episode 3 or 4, and we gotta re-up. But on the outside, of that, like I said, once again, great episode, 5-star episode. Excited to see what comes next for the rest of the season. So that's all that I have for you guys tonight. Thank you for tuning in to another installment of BrickWall Reviews. Again, I will be back next week with my take on episode 2 of the second season of The Mandalorian. I cannot wait to watch. I cannot wait to share my thoughts with you guys. Tuesday coming up, Sam's going to be doing her anime review. So make sure you guys tune in for that. And this month, we don't have a theme, but we are going to continue to bring you great reviews. If you haven't checked out our BrickWall horror series, we have it up here on our channel, of course. So make sure you guys check out those videos. Again, our last video that we did was on the 2020 version of The Witches that is on HBO Max. We compared it to the 1990 version. As always, subscribe to our channel. All of our videos, all of our reviews are live, so definitely feel free to chime in and chat with us. And until next time, you guys take care. You guys continue to stay safe. Glad I finally got the busted shirt out. No, but you guys stay safe out there. Definitely do what you have to do. And election day is coming up. Make sure you guys go out and vote. Cast your vote. Let's just stay cool, man. Stay breezy. Until next time, peace.